Welcome to Shakespeare, the Sonnets. Today we're doing sonnet number 126. Let's get this started with O thou, my lovely boy, who in thy power dost hold time's fickle glass his fickle hour, who hast by waning ground, and therein showest thy lovers withering as thy sweet self growest. If nature sovereign mistress overrack, as thou goest onward, still will pluck thee back. She keeps thee to this purpose, that her skill may time disgrace and wretched minutes kill. Yet fear her, O thou minion of her pleasure. She may detain, but not still keep her treasure. Her audit thou delayed answered must be, and her quietus is to render thee. Now, you may have noticed something there. Off the right of the blat, you realize this sonnet is 2 lines short. It's all the way until line number 12. In fact, some sonnets themselves, like the one that I actually read myself, not this one, this is just something I found on the internet. At the end of the 12 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, they basically add some parentheses to go ahead and indicate that this is empty. In fact, this is actually how the first original kind of sonnet, the original sonnet, was written here as well too. Not sure if it's the pirated version or the superior version, but regardless, this is the original version, just with the added parentheses. So with that in mind, we kind of have to guess what the parentheses mean. Probably the parentheses themselves actually mean that there's silence in these lines where we would normally expect the last 2 lines, and even the rhyming scheme is different. Instead of the normal A, B, C, D, C, D, A, B, C, D, C, D, and G, G, we obviously don't have the G, G, but even this isn't fit as well too. Instead, we have A, B, C, D, D. And look, power, hour, showest, growest, rack, back. Sorry about that. Skill, kill, pleasure, treasure, B, Z. Pretty much all of this, we go ahead have some sort of connection with it as well too. We have these A's, we have the B's, we have the C's, we have the D's, we have the E's, and we also have the F's, and that's pretty much how the sonnet ends. Now, what is the contents of this sonnet, and why should we even believe a little bard, William to Shakespeare? We also have to talk about the young youth herself, or himself. We still don't know about that, but it doesn't really matter if it's a he or a she. Now, O thou, my lovely boy, who in thy power. So, there's not much to actually get from that line. Thus hold time's fickle glass his fickle hour. This hour is actually an hourglass, and I should also mention glass here. It's basically talking about a mirror. Now, thus whole time's fickle glass his fickle hour. You can go ahead, have his fickle mirror at some sort of hour, who has by waiting ground and grown, and therein showest. And since you went ahead, and as you grow older, instead of looking worse than before, you actually go ahead and look way better. You go ahead and you look way more beautiful. You get a better smiley face instead of the crooked smiley face, which doesn't even look like a smiley face. This whole sonnet basically says that you go ahead and for some reason you'll look better every time you grow older. Every time you grow older, you just look way better than before. As thou goes onwards, still will pluck the back. It's just that there's always something that will go ahead and do something towards you as well too. There's the sovereign mistress over the rack. There's so much more destruction inside of us as well too. If nature went ahead, you are nature's pet. That is true. Nature loves you, but her little defense that she's went ahead and given you against your time, it's basically going to not actually be everlasting. Sure, it's holding up right now. It's holding up just fine right now against the beam of time. But until one day it's cracking. In fact, it's already started cracking a little bit as well too. It's already started cracking up a little bit, and you're going to need to go ahead and prepare for the day when that whole shield cracks. Just go ahead and remember that this isn't exactly who you are. In fact, you are technically Herminian as well too. She may be able to tame you, she may be able to give you your eternal youth, but you cannot still keep her treasure. You can't go ahead and keep getting the gifts that she's trying to offer you as well too. Every time she offers you something, you take it gladly. Of course you take it gladly. If you didn't, well, you're mad. But seriously though, you can't always get the treasure. One day, nature will have no choice but to stop giving you her gifts. And when that happens, you're going to be alone. You're going to start going wrinkly. And this is where I have the final settlement. And this is where you have the final surrender. Silence. And that's sonnet number 126. So, I don't know if you learned anything in today, but I really hope you did. Our bard, William Shakespeare himself, is actually a great bard, and I think he actually deserves all this praise that he's gotten. And this is one of his masterpieces, also one of the most intriguing ones, in my opinion. And so until next time, my folks and fellow Shakespearean fans, I hope to see you guys soon. Until next time, bye-bye. O thou, my lovely boy, who in thy power dost hold time's fickle glance his fickle hour, who hast by waiting grown, and therein showest thy lover's withering as thy sweet self growest. If nature, sovereign mistress over rack, as thou goest onwards, still will pluck thee back. She keeps thee to this purpose, that her skill may time disgrace and wretched minutes kill. Yet fear her, O thou minion of her pleasure, she may detain, but not still keep her treasure. Her audit, though delayed, answered must be, and her quietus is to render thee